And now, Kevin McPherson with your B-Ball Knowledge Bombs.
All right, we're here with Kevin McPherson from Sporting Life, Arkansas, and he's at the Wendy's AAA Awards ceremony, and he's got Issac McBride with him. I want to welcome both Kevin and Isaac to the show, guys.
Yeah, it's a big day here in Little Rock today, Mike. We've got the Wendy's AAA Arkansas Awards for all sports for the calendar for the school year in 2017-18, and of course, you know, hoops is my game, and so I'm here to cover that today. And Issac McBride, class of 2019 combo guard out of Baptist Prep, led the Eagles to 3 consecutive state titles now, and I guess we're still counting. We're going to see what happens next year when he's a senior, but what a great season, well-deserved award for him, getting the Boys Player of the Year, Wendy's AAA Awards. He's here with me today, and we're going to ask him just a few questions about the experience so far playing basketball for the Joe Johnson 17U Hawks, which he's had great success so far playing at that level. Isaac, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Just wanted to, first of all, congratulate you again on your recognition today as a Player of the Year in Arkansas. We were talking about the 3 straight state titles, but you're now that you're playing on the grassroots level on the Adidas Gauntlet, one of the toughest of the national shoe circuits, leading scorer for the Hawks on the Gauntlet, but big play after big play, clutch shooting, a 4-point play basically at the buzzer for the biggest win against Team Loaded North Carolina. Recently had one in Memphis against Team Thad Silver, another shot that with 4 seconds left to give your team the win. Tell me what it's like to play at that level and to continue to make plays to help your team win.
It's really a blessing that God's given me, and people around me have given me the opportunities to be able to play on a circuit like that. I want to thank Coach Bill and the organization for giving me an opportunity to be able to play on the Adidas circuit. It's a great circuit that's produced a lot of players like Dennis Smith Jr. and some other high-touted players that are going to the league and making noise in college. Pretty much just every game you got to bring it, just like the EYBL circuit. Most people like to argue which circuit's better, but draft picks are coming out of each circuit, so you really can't argue that. I feel like every game you got to bring your best, and there are a lot of talented players. I just feel like I want to be amongst the elite. I got a lot to work with, and I can't be complacent. I got a lot more work to do, and hopefully through the organization and what they're giving me and the blessings that they're providing for me, that I'll be able to maximize my potential and hopefully turn some heads throughout this summer.
Now, Isaac, I know that the Razorbacks have been in touch with you ongoing over the past year. I know a lot of schools have been coming out to offer you, a lot of Division I schools. Tell me about the recruiting process for you really quickly and how things are moving along for you in that regard.
The recruiting process has been a pretty good process. It's been pretty hectic throughout these past weeks. A lot of coaches have been calling. I'm just trying to stay level-headed and tell them that I'm continuing to work on my game and improve as a person on and off the court. I feel like that's the most important thing. I feel like in recruiting, they want kids with character and kids that are going to represent their program well. So I feel like when they recruit me, I want to be on my best attitude, my best behavior on and off the court, certain as attitude. I feel like my game's going to come with confidence and working in the gym. I feel like that's going to come. But I feel like the most important thing is how you conduct yourself on the court and how competitive you are within staying with the rules and within staying in yourself. So I feel like, I feel like the college coaches are of recruiting a good person in me and a good player, but I feel like you can keep bettering yourself and giving yourself more opportunities through becoming a better person. It's not always about basketball development, but it's more of who you are, character standpoint, and in your faith.
Wow, always a great interview. You see the quality of this young man, and, I asked him about the clutch play and hit some of the big plays and being a scorer, and, he talks about other stuff. He really kind of swerves away from patting himself on the back, and it's a testament, but the way this guy plays on the basketball court, I call him a killer, man. Every time a team responds in a close game, he comes right back with a dagger, plays with a high level of confidence. A very good shooter scorer, we know that, but he's really developed his ball handling and facilitating. He can switch over and play that one. Underrated defender, just a good all-around basketball player, a great young man, as you can tell in the interview. And we definitely want to congratulate Issac McBride one more time on this honor today, and best luck going forward. Thank you, Isaac.
Well, definitely a great interview there with Issac McBride. I want to thank him so much for joining the show here real quickly while he had a moment. But, Kevin, you also have some updates for us on both Daryl Macon, Jalen Barford. You got an update on a 2019 recruit. And, of course, the incoming freshman getting moved in as well.
Mike, we know that Jalen Barford, and we talked about it last week, took part in the NBA Combine last week. It concluded yesterday on Sunday. So he took part in that. We had talked about the fact that he participated and was the MVP of the Portsmouth Invitational, which is the top 64 seniors from college basketball get to work through that tournament for a few days as a lead up to the NBA draft. And then, but based on the strength of his MVP performance there, Barford was invited to the Combine. Well, Daryl Macon, who was also a senior guard for Arkansas, took part in the Portsmouth Invitational tournament as well. He did not get a NBA draft combine invite, but he is going to work out with the Los Angeles Lakers today, I'm told. So this is something that's, he was the leading assist guy out at that Portsmouth Invitational, first team All-SEC, according to the Associated Press, after being not only one of the top scorers in the league, but one of the top facilitators. People don't realize that he averaged 4 assists a game, and that put him among the leaders in the SEC. And so when he went out to Portsmouth and led that event in assist, he actually had one more assist than Chris Chiozza, who everybody recalls the Florida Gator, who's one of the top assist guys in the SEC. So, Macon is trying to show his ability and his levels of play translate not only to the 2, but to the 1, because at 6'3" on the next level, he's going to have to play a lot on the ball, running the point, running the team. And he has really stepped up, showing himself as a facilitator, and I really believe his versatility is why he's getting a workout with the Lakers. So we know when you look back at this last Arkansas team, a team that maybe checked up short a little bit after getting bounced in the first round of the NCAA tournament. When you look at a Dan Gafford projected mid-first round, had he come out, projected for the lottery in a year now. You've got Barford being invited to the NBA draft combine. You've got Macon, who has shown well enough to get, now he's auditioning for teams. So I think it speaks well to Arkansas's program right now as far as players getting opportunities, pro opportunities looking ahead. And just shifting gears real quick, we know that Arkansas put a lot of time and offers in the last few weeks to the class of 2019 and the class of 2020. And one of those 2019 offers is a forward out of Florida, who's probably the highest rated guy that Arkansas has offered. He's top 100. I think he's ranked composite national number 89, a 4-star. C.J. Walker, a 6'7", 6'8" forward, and he's out of Orlando Christian Prep, but he's really been showing up on the Nike EYBL circuit, playing for E1 T1. One of the best defenders, shot blockers. Explosive to the basket. Seems like he tries to dunk everything. But he told me in early May when Arkansas offered him that he really liked Arkansas, and he said he likes the way they play, up and down, open court type of play. Really impressed with the Razorbacks. And so what's going on now for him is he told me at that time he would visit Arkansas. Now he's talking about coming in the fall, probably when he says he wants to get an idea of the campus life in Fayetteville once school's back in. So he's looking at a fall visit, a little bit more specific on that. He really has a good relationship, he says, with Coach Cleveland, assistant coach T.J. Cleveland, and head coach Mike Anderson. And so those are two people that he says he's talking to constantly, building a relationship. And so you have to like Arkansas's chances when they can get a player to visit and get them on campus. Now, nothing's been solidified yet, but it sounds like he plans to visit in short order, and he plans to sign in the early period in November. So when you put these offers out, obviously the next step is to get them on campus. And so Arkansas looks to be in great shape with what is right now the highest rated player in that 2019 class. And just real quick, as we try to wrap things up for you, we've been talking about it for a while, but move-in day is here. Arkansas's got 8 newcomers, and move-in day is the 27th. I don't know if all 8 are coming in on Sunday the 27th, but we're just less than a week away. I know Isaiah Joe, Desi Sills, and Ethan Henderson plan to be the trio of top seniors in Arkansas plan to be on campus this weekend.
Well, great update, Kevin. So Daryl Macon trying to be a point guard. Is that correct?
Well, Mike, we are in this era of positionless basketball, and I think the best thing that can serve some of these guys, like a Daryl Macon, who really is a shooter-scorer first, but the more that he can translate his game and transition his game into being a facilitator, which he has shown the ability to do. He actually saved Arkansas's bacon several times last season, turning into a facilitator and helping set up Dan Gafford, and it really helped Arkansas win some close games. And we know he can put the ball in the basket at all 3 levels. 6'3", good arm length, I think good athleticism, not plus athleticism, but he's going to have to be versatile. And yes, playing the point, being at the 1 is a part of that. for his opportunity at the next level. Same with Jalen Barford. He measured at the NBA Combine around a little over 6'2" and a quarter with shoes on. Probably needs to improve his handling and his facilitating skills and court awareness. But again, these are guys they're kind of tweener size-wise. They're really not your typical NBA size for shooting guards, so they're going to have to be able to play on the ball, play at the one. And so I think for both Macon and Barford going forward, that's something they're going to have to work on.
Well, great update there, Kevin, as always. Guys, follow Kevin. If you're not following Kevin, you should be. Read his articles and his coverage at sportinglifearkansas.com. Also, of course, he's a contributor at hogville.net, so you can see some of his comments there. And, of course, always follow Kevin on Twitter. He's always on Twitter giving you the latest and greatest updates at AR Hoop Scoop. That's capital A, capital R, capital H, OOP, capital S, COOP. Of course, we'll be back after this commercial break with a little football, little soccer news for you, and more, so stay tuned. You're listening to the Hog Call right here, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 on 1190 AM The Fan. Don't forget, tune in online at 1190thefan.com. Download one of our apps for iPhone or Android, for free.
And don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Just move on up toward your destination.